So let's talk about the patch that comes up next. Basically it's just amazing what they plan to do, because they do a lot of changes and none of the changes are a bad decision. So let's talk about all the details, and you will see that everything that you are annoyed of will be changed and everything you love will stay the same. So for example, when you're in the prone position, you will be able to stand up a little more quickly. When you jump from higher grounds, you will take less damage or no damage at all. The loading times between maps are reduced, which means the situation where you have a black screen for minutes will be that will not happen anymore. When you respawn, you will be protected from enemy fire for 2 seconds, and you can turn around and you are still protected. The controlling of the parachutes are improved. That makes the pistols even more interesting, so reloading during a firefight is an absolutely stupid idea now. The rockets now can disable a tank if you shoot exactly from a 90-degree angle from the sides, not only from the back. One of the most important changes in my opinion is that the time that you need to lock on with an anti-air weapon to a jet or to a helicopter, that time is decreased rapidly. On the other hand, they also decreased the range of the weapons. That means it's more easy to hit jets and helicopters, but on the other hand you cannot control half of the map from one position. Additionally, if a pilot uses the flares, then he still can stop the rockets from targeting him, but the target lock itself will not take off. So that means a pilot needs to be way more careful when he's locked on. The static objects that you can destroy, for example gas tanks or cars, they are now way more dangerous because the exploding radius and the damage they do is increased. The jets F-35 and Su-35, you will not die anymore when you eject from them. Changes to the MAV drone. You cannot use it as a lift anymore, which is of course very great, but also if it collides with a car or with a player, then it is destroyed. That means you can still kill the player, but you can only do this once, and then you need a new drone. Another great change in my opinion, the EOD bot will be way more easy to control, and additionally he can spot enemies. If pilots unlock the below radar attachment, then they can fly below 20 meters, and the Stinger and Igla rockets cannot lock on anymore. And finally, one of the most important things ever, all Jeeps now have a honk. Yeehaw! They made a ton of changes to the weapons and the balancing. Most important in this section, in my opinion, is that the heavy barrel now has way better improvement if you use burst mode. Currently there is not much difference if you use a heavy barrel or not, and this will now make a huge difference if you use single shots or bursts. They make a huge change to the C4. Currently you can die, you can deploy into the game again, and then you can detonate the C4. This will not be possible anymore. You can only detonate your C4 if you are revived. If you are killed and need to join the game again, then you cannot do that anymore. Claymore mines are now released by Jeeps too. That means if somebody sits inside a Jeep, he can be killed by a Claymore mine. The mortar cannot be deployed in zones that the enemy cannot reach, so it's not possible to use a mortar from your home base anymore. They also made a lot of changes to the maps, to the team deathmatch mode, to the squad deathmatch mode. They fixed a lot of things about the playable areas and stuff like this. So overall, really, this is a huge thing. It has a lot of changes which I did not mention, about all the different scopes, about the yeah, I don't know. thousand things. Really, it's amazing. It's a huge thing. But again, I checked all the details and I could not find one thing where I say this is a bad decision. Either it makes not a big difference to the current game, or it makes a huge difference because people are now interested to use more different things, or they fix something that was annoying all the time. So currently it looks to me that especially jets and helicopters are more easy to kill, but on the other hand, it's not possible that one person can control all the map and kill everybody who's flying around. So really, they made a trade-off and an advantage at the same time. So it's really a great thing, and I can't wait to get my hands on this. Tell me, what do you think? Use the comment section, give your comments, what you hate, what you love, what you miss, and yeah. Let's talk about it. I mean, this is what we have the comments for. And last, don't forget to subscribe to this channel.
Enigma!